In this video I am going to present you my top favorite classes for soloing, farming and support, and we're starting right now. These are only classes that I have, so if you don't see something that is better than the ones I am going to show, the reason is that I don't have it. First of all, I am going to begin with the soloing classes, and my all-time favorite class for soloing is Lightcaster. The Lightcaster is one of the best classes when it comes to soloing because he has a mix of debuffs that he applies on enemies and buffs on himself. The damage over time growth makes it a fun class and it can take down high health enemies relatively quick. Even though I mentioned this class as a soloing one, it also has a very good support potential because it restores health and gives many other buffs, one of them being increasing the damage done by 15%. Other than the Lightcaster, I also use Shaman and Evolved Shaman for very high health bosses because in contrast to Lightcaster, the Shaman does not have a damage cap and it can go as high as you want as long as you don't lose your stacks on the Elemental Grasp. However, when it comes to bosses that deal high damage, it would be Archpaladin because he has one of the highest percentages of damage reduction in the game. The Archpaladin also has a very good survivability because of his high health regeneration and the fact that this same skill increases your total health and also gives you bonus damage resistance. As for farming classes, the one that I use mostly is the Shaman. The Shaman is a good farming class because his skills have an AoE up to 3 enemies, have a short cooldown and deal a lot of damage. Chaos Slayer. I made a video about him a few days ago, which you can check over here once this video is over, but in general, this class has an AoE up to 6 enemies and it can be a quick room cleaner. Sometimes the Royal Battle Mage is a class that I use when I am killing high health farms because the more enemies there are in the room, the more damage his nuke is going to deal. Archpaladin is a class I often use in ultra bosses or bosses that can one-shot you. As we have already mentioned, he has a very good damage reduction and you can keep your friends and yourself alive for very long. The other support class I use is my favorite one and it is the Stonecrusher. He has a wide spectrum of debuffs and buffs he can apply, with the most unique one being the mana reduce of your friends. He can also reduce the damage you and your players take, give you healing over time and increase your critical hit chance and haste by 30%. Something cool that the Stonecrusher can do is apply a damage over time on enemies, which grows the more hits your enemy takes. In cases where I have to support for low health bosses, I use Archfiend because of the high critical chance and damage boost it gives to other players. The auto attack increases the damage the enemy takes by 4% and stacks up for a total of 32% bonus damage. You can also apply a debuff on your enemy which reduces their dodge chance by 25%. The best thing about Archfiend is that you can increase your allies' critical damage by 120%. Of course, if you're an AQW player who wants to learn useful tips and tricks and become better at the game watching simple guide videos like this one, start now by subscribing to the channel so you don't miss anything. Let me know in the comments below which are your favorite classes when it comes to soloing, farming and support. Click on this video right here to learn 10 different ways on how to level up fast. Thanks for watching and I will see you next time.